Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to week 5 of the Art of Warfare in-house tournament. It is bracket B right here, and we're going to be checking out two completely new players. And did we play a TvT before? I feel like we did previously. It was Dreamus from Best Team Incoming versus Maximus from Mastermind. So another TvT going on here. And hopefully we got a Protoss game in the bracket A. I think we do. I think we've got Eri NL, however you're supposed to say that, and he is Protoss, so that should be awesome. So anyway, TvT right here. Let's introduce the players. Never before seen either of them, although we have seen one of their teams before in bracket B. So first of all, Bookie up the top left side of the map. He is a red Terran player. He is from the Wingmen team. And yeah, hopefully we'll see him win this game, because we've seen Wingmen winning so many games, but we haven't really cast Wingmen winning so many games. We've just seen the score and it's really high, so we assume they've been winning games. So it'll be nice to see if Bookie, what Bookie comes up with this game. And on the other side, we do have Nebose. He is from, where is he from? He's from Team Insane, and he is replacing the Fallen One, who has been in this tournament for the first 4 weeks, I think, but recently replaced by Nebose in week 5. And I mean, the Fallen One had a pretty good track record. We cast 2 games from him and he won both of them. So we'll see. Maybe Nebose can continue the craziness going on for Team Insane. Hopefully he can. Oh, going for the worker. That is not on, man. That is not on. Going to be finishing off the barracks though, so that worker just a little bit too late, and probably hoping to knock the guy who's building the supply depot off, but it's just going to be a pain for now. There he goes, going to be knocking the guy off who's doing the supply depot. And yeah, Nebose is going to have to do something about this. He's going to have somebody. There we go, the first Marine coming out, and that SCV is suddenly and horribly outclassed. And he's just going to hide in the corner because, yeah, obviously Bookie was like, nah, screw that. So, going to be seeing, what are we going to seeing from Bookie? Another Marine coming out. Well, the first Marine from him. Why? I'm pressing 5 and 6 because those are my hotkeys for the barracks and the command center, but they do not work. So let's press something else. Let's press the units. That's not telling us anything interesting. Income. Looks like Nebose has got a small victory in terms of the workers, probably because Bookie's not building anything at the moment. That's got to have some sort of impact. But Nebose has got his command center out a little bit earlier. So Nebose is currently looking pretty good in this game. I know it's really early, but he's looking confident. He's looking like he's got some stuff out. I mean, Marine's even, but he's 3 workers ahead, and he's got his command center coming out sooner, and he's got his second gas coming out, although it looks like Bookie already had 1 gas running, and this is only his second gas coming out. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. It's gonna be very awesome, in fact. We'll see if Nebose can continue this very small lead he's managed to eke out at this 5-minute mark and just propel that into the later stage of the game, because yeah, I mean, these small leads you get at the start can really start to blow out if you play your cards right. And the command center comes out a little bit earlier, so you get a little bit, the second working comes out a little bit earlier, so on. And suddenly you're looking really good. I mean, it's just everything's going well for you, and you got 2 or 3 Marines more than your opponent has. And when you go out and you engage, that is going to be what makes the difference. But it looks like we do actually have a factory coming out early for Bookie. Nebose not quite going for one. He's just getting barracks up at the moment, getting a reactor. Got a tech lab out here for shields. So he's going to be looking more towards doing some early, just sorting out his Marines nice and early. Probably get a factory in a sec, but he's spending a lot of other stuff on gas. And meanwhile, Bookie is going to be getting this thing down. He's going to be getting the tech lab. So he obviously saw the previous game that I cast and deciding that Marine Tank is the best way to win a TvT game. Of course, it is one of the most popular strategies for TvT, the Marine Tank. And yeah, if Nebose wants to have some sort of hope against this, he's going to have to figure out some way of dealing with that, because Marine Tank is quite scary. You can't go triple M against Marine Tank because the tanks will destroy you. It's just bad. So We'll have to see what he does. I mean, Nebose still has not got a factory so far. He's been spending his gas on a lot of other stuff. Not actually mining a lot of gas, only got 2 on each one. There he goes, now he's got 3. Is he going to be building a factory? Is he? No, not quite. He's building everything but a factory by the looks of it. And I would guess that he's going out for some early pressure. Maybe waiting for shields to go up and then he's just going to book it out there and do a ton of stuff. But Bookie already has his first tank out. So this tank is going to be a very big deterrent for these Marine forces. But they've got their shields now. 5 more coming out. Nebose has got to be thinking about early pressure right here. I cannot think of why he hasn't got a factory at this stage if he wasn't going for early pressure. I mean, look at the Marine numbers he's got. He's got 17 versus 7, so I think even with the tank out on the field, he could definitely make something happen. But he is getting a factory out, so maybe it's not as early pressure as I thought. I mean, with this many Marines, it really is a good idea to go for that early pressure. And here he goes, starting to move out. Yes, no, maybe. Maybe, yes, no. It's so tempting to wait for another 5 Marines before you move out. It's like, just 5 more. I'll just wait for just 5 more. And then I'll attack. No, I'll just wait for 5 more. I'll just wait for weapons level 1. And before you know it, you're instead of running into a base which is relatively undefended, you're running into a base which has like 2 or 3 tanks. And then your force gets wiped out so badly, it's not even funny. Oh, they got a bit further that time. They got a bit further. Is he going to wait for another 5 Marines? Oh, man. Is he going to wait for another 5 Marines? Oh man, just get out there and do the pressure. Just get out there and do the pressure. Because, I mean, the tanks are just going to be all over the place right now. Just going to completely own him. And the longer he waits, the worse it's going to be. Because 5 Marines versus a tank, I don't know. I just don't know if it's worth it. So, we will see. He's actually getting a 3rd base. Maybe he's just defending. Maybe this isn't pressure play. Maybe he's just defending right now. Waiting, just macroing up. I mean, he's doing a pretty good job. He's 5 workers ahead. That's not bad considering they're Terran players, so they can't just push out a ton of workers whenever they want. They don't just chrono boost out. It's actually a pain in the ass to get workers out, so congrats to Nebose for keeping an eye on his macro and really keeping those workers going. So good stuff there. And getting the 3rd base out as well, but I fear for the life of these Marines when the tank numbers start getting high enough, because that is a very decent amount of tanks out there. I mean, he's got 2, 3 tanks. They're set up to defend right now, and they would just shell the crap out of the Marines. So I think it's past the point where Nebose can really send out that massive Marine army and make it work, because Bookie just has so many tanks and it's just so bad. But I'm almost convinced right now that Nebose is just getting his economy going really, really nicely. I mean, he's going to use those Marines eventually, but he's going to get tanks out, and that he just wants to get the economy up. So he's got all the Marines he's ever going to need. Now he's going to concentrate on the tanks. Just as I finally think I figure out what he's doing, he starts to move out, man. Oh man, medevac coming out with 7 Marines, and oh, the Hellion. Nebose, there's a Hellion at your 3rd base. Go deal with it, please. There he goes, sending in some forces out there. And he's got a medevac to deal with as well. Oh, man. There he goes, the Hellion goes down, but the drop is coming in. And Nebose suddenly needs to deal with this. Oh, the Marine's coming out. This force will probably just come back and deal with it. Although they're staying over there. Oh, the Marine's doing quite a bit of damage. And these guys, I think they got siege tanked right there. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Is he going to deal with these? He's got nothing at the main base. He's sort of producing stuff. But it's going to take a while to produce enough to deal with these guys. He's got to send forces back to take them out. And it's just not happening. The Marines are doing such a good job right here. He's finally dropping over here. They're doing a fairly good job, but hopefully Bookie is going to be a little bit faster at dealing with the drop. Yeah, look at all these forces come back. He's going to be fine. Meanwhile, these Marines are slowly getting knocked down. Maybe not. The medevac doesn't look very good. And here we go. Finally, forces coming back. We'll be wiping those guys out. Meanwhile, this force gets taken out in quite a good order there. So Bookie quite on top of that. Much more so than Nebose, who really got hit hard before he had any means of really taking those guys out. Of course, to be fair, Nebose's force was way over there, and Bookie had all his forces right back here, so he had a lot better chance, but he's definitely evened up the worker numbers right now, 45 to 47, although I feel like half of his workers aren't working because his mineral income is pretty shoddy, or nah, actually, we've probably, yeah, 4 mules for Nebose. That's what that is all about. What do we got here? 65 Marines versus 10 for Bookie. Did he really use up that many Marines? Huh? I thought Bookie was doing alright here, but no. Although, the Marine count is down to 40. Ah, he lost a ton there, but he's dropping the rest of them down here. So, Nebose, he had a ton of Marines, but he sacked a ton of Marines as well. So, I'm not sure if I should congratulate him for having a ton of Marines or berate him for losing a ton of Marines. Just running him straight into a bunch of siege tanks, not the best option. But here he's going, making some damage right here, doing a great job. Siege tank parking on the ramp, he's going to be able to shell these guys so badly. Although the medevacs are just going to heal him straight up again. Oh, he's going to be dropping on top of the tankers. That's what he's going to be doing. There we go, beautiful. And Bookie decides to book it back to his base. He was going to attack the third. Decided not to though, decided he's going to save his own base. He really can't let these all these workers get wiped out, and the Marines are going to be running back and just going to retreat back on here and start to wipe out some stuff. So Bookie was looking quite strong, looking like he had things in hand, but now with this attack from Nebose just taking that overwhelming amount of Marines, which he still has, he must be producing a ton of Marines, and just taking out some key critical structures for Bookie. And oh, the stim, man, so much stim, just so much stim. Finally getting out of there though, and a bunch of medevacs just chilling on top of the tanks, and the tanks are like, man, this sucks balls. They really need some anti-aircraft cannons. I mean, tanks in World War II had anti-aircraft cannons, so I don't see why they can't have them in Starcraft 2, because that's just nuts. It really, really is nuts. But we've got the economy. Wow, Nebose, king of the macro. He has got 20 more workers since we last looked at him. Bookie, not so much. But I feel like Nebose is just pure macro, might come out in the end. He's got 3 more barracks come out. He hasn't been losing barracks. This is just more barracks, just for the hell of it. And he is a macro master in this game, just producing a ton of everything. And Bookie, for all the good plays that he's been doing, he just cannot own up to the macro that Nebose has been pushing out. So medevac's finally getting owned, and Nebose should probably actually start controlling them at this point, because I feel like the medevac auto run away. They keep stopping. They run a bit and then they stop. All the Marines coming in, hoping to get some workers. Very, very nice. Oh, the income's starting to go down. Lost about 7 workers. We've got some more coming down, but actually lifting up into the medevac. He's going to be running for it. Great play by Nebose. That is master level play right there. Took out 7 workers. Jumped in the medevac, boosted it, and got the hell out of there. So I am very, very impressed with Nebose so far. He's going to be dropping down again, getting a few more workers. I don't know whether he can save them again, but I have a feeling he's going to try. Just boosting up, getting out of there. At least he saved those 2 medevacs. I don't really feel like it makes up for the other 3 that he lost over there, but whatever. Pretty good stuff, and he's really doing a great job keeping his economy down. He's got a massive economy, man. He's keeping his resources down, so he's got a massive economy. And Bookie, man, he's just been out macroed at this point. I feel like he has no chance of standing up to the sheer amount of macro that we are seeing right here. And the plays are good from both players. Bookie doing some good plays, Nebose doing some good plays. Nebose maybe doing some little bit better plays, but overall I don't think Bookie is really falling behind in that. He's been very, very quick to defend his base, doing a great job there, but the macro is just, Nebose is just completely over the top and always putting the pressure on so Bookie cannot punish him for it. I feel like in terms of macro, man, Bookie is just outclassed right here, and Nebose just pushing in everywhere at once, doing a crazy amount of damage, and Bookie's got to be looking at it right now and he's like, you know what, this is not going to happen, this is not going to work, I think I am screwed right here. And the workers, so many workers going down. He's down to 24. He's got no mineral income because all of those other bases have been taken out. He's got a couple of tanks here, but Nebose can just steamrolling right now. He's maxed out. Bookie has 25 army supply. This has got to be over. I mean, I don't know, not know how Bookie can possibly think he is possibly still in this game, because he's really not. He's really not. He's out of it. He's got nothing left. These 4 tanks, man. Nebose, man, he's left the 4 medevacs up for sacrifice before. Now he's going to leave the 4 tanks. He's just... Maybe that's how he's doing so good with the macro. He's sacrificing his units to the dark gods. Just putting them out as sacrificial lambs. And that's why his crops are doing so well. Why his economy is doing so well. Because he's been sacrificing his units to some dark god. Yeah. I mean, let's face it. He is part of Team Insane. So I would not be surprised. Dude, don't go for a drop up there. You got way too many Marines to possibly get up there. Although he does have... Oh, high ground vision. Get the high ground vision. Oh, Marauders up the top level. That is bad, but I feel like Nebose is just going to steamroll here. And there he goes. Steamrolling Bookie gives the GG and jumps out of that game. So, good stuff. Nebose taking the win there. Very, very nice. And, yeah, Bookie, man, it just seems to be our luck. Wingmen keep winning tons of games. We always seem to pick the games that they lose to cast. I'm sorry, Wingmen. I'm so sorry. But what can I say, man? I mean, Bookie, he needed to be cast, and it turns out he did not win. So unfortunate. But congratulations to Nebose from Team Insane, and we can definitely see why they are in... Wow, they're actually in 5th place. Okay. No, forget about that. We can definitely see why Nebose is such an awesome player. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching this game. Tomorrow is going to be Group A, and it is going to be the Horses with Opane versus Eri NL, them in Pursuit of Skill, and it's going to be awesome. And you know what? I feel like I've cast a lot of people, so I feel like once I get everybody cast at least once, I'm just going to start casting the games that are actually, like, cast the players that are actually kicking ass, man. Cast, like... Paddy from Paddy's Heroes, he's a major ass kicker all over the place. Couple more people from Wingmen because they've been really doing a good job. So, got to get stuck into them a bit more. And yeah, tomorrow, Bracket A. Stay tuned. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game.